5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Be a man, don't be a bitch.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Be a man, don't be a bitch. Be a man, don't be a bitch. Be a man, don't be a bitch. In the Blur with JP.
Yo, what's up, guys? Today's a different episode. I actually have a guest since episode 2. It's my homeboy. I'm not sure. I'll let you introduce yourself because I don't know what you want to call you. And he'll introduce everything he wants to promote or talk about or what he's about in life and all that. But this is In the Blur with JP, episode 14. Don't be a bitch. And yes, what's up? How's it going?
What up, JP? For everybody out there listening, this is I go by V.O.C.A.B, hip hop artist based out of Denver, Colorado. Lived all over the country, but JP's extended family, and told me he was doing a podcast. Asked me to come on and chop it up with him about some hip hop. So I said, let's do it. So I'm here. Appreciate you having me on.
Of course. First thing, that's my kid in the intro, dude. Like I had him. Like that's one of my songs I used to make.
Yeah.
I have him in the chorus going, "Be a man, don't be a bitch." So then I don't know. Like I feel like in my head I'm like, yo, music. I feel like music. Like I made that song for a reason for it to be my intro for his podcast. Like kind of like fruition or whatever the fuck. I feel like everything you kind of make end up coming full circle and shit like that. But
I hear you.
But whatever.
A
But
destiny, almost a set destiny that was put out there or whatnot.
Yeah. But what are you gonna tell me about? Like they put who they want to put up and shit. Like I want to start off like that right away before you said
Jumping right into hip hop.
Yeah,
right
just a
into
little bit. If you guys didn't realize, this podcast is about hip hop today and all that shit, other stuff. Not only just hip hop, but like that's our main. That's what we came in to talk about because we both vibe on hip hop hard. So yeah, we're just like if we interrupt each other, we'll try not to. I don't think we will. We're pretty good at understanding when we need to talk. All right, tell me that shit.
Hey, my biggest take on hip hop nowadays is that originally I feel like it was created, by people trying to enlighten other people, and then also, empower their people, their neighborhood, their city, and now it's been diluted to a handful of people who control what's put out, and they have a certain agenda and a certain image that they want to portray, so they're only going to put out the stuff that portrays that image. And I feel like it's part of the culture, right? But we get a disproportionate amount of that part of the culture, right? We need as much as we get the partier, the drinker, the trap guy, the dope chaser, the whatever. Where's the leader? Where's the revolutionist? Where's the thinker? Where's the father, the grandfather, right? These exist in hip hop as well. We just don't get that, and I think that's kind of how some people get pushed to the
What do you think? Like, all right, the typical answer would be, "Oh, Tupac was the last one," but that's not necessarily true because, like, around that whole time, everybody was kind of talking about like Mobb Deep and all of them were always talking about real shit and real problems and shit like that.
Yep.
And even people who used to do that be like that, like Nas, for instance, he used to be all about that shit, and he's not even about that shit anymore. Like he used to be about like, I'm woke before woke was woke, you know what I'm saying? But now he's just like, just a rapper. Oh shit, thanks, dude. You can hit the bong if you want to.
Word up. Nas been talking about it his whole life, his whole career. So,
and his dad comes from like
yes.
that deep-rooted music industry bullshit.
Yes.
And like, but that's when black people were treated like shit in music, like jazz shit and.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the evolution, so to me, right, there's two different. I take hip hop as one, and I take rap as another, right? I personally consider them two different genres. Some people will call them one and the same.
No, you're right. I agree with that.
I say rap is mainstream, and that's what's current and what's popular at the time. And then you have hip hop, which is timeless, right? And that's about the movement and empowering and making life better for that community, the hip hop community. Rap doesn't contribute to that, right? Rap contributes to the negative stereotypes, the negative images, the
lifestyle,
exactly,
rap. Lifestyle. Drinking, partying, fucking bitches,
right. Wasting fucking money,
selling weed, selling drugs, or whatever. Buying shit. You don't need.
No investment, no making your money work for you, right? It's about going out
and not uplifting your community. Like
there you go.
Like like I would say we do have some people that kind of do that. I mean, I know I'm gonna say mainstream shit because like those are the ones that people that could, the closest person that you could relate to people that'd be like, oh, well, I guess you can't, like that's their first, like Kendrick or fucking J. Cole are the first person people say, well, they talk about issues, but I mean, they're kind of understanding their voice later in their career now that they're like, because like in the beginning of their career they were kind of like talking about shit, but not like they're just talking about like their personal shit, like J. Cole being like, oh, my first time I was afraid to have sex with a girl and I told her I was a virgin.
But that
and
shit
like,
was raw. Like
yeah.
the way he told that story.
Yeah.
That's a top 10 story all time, man. Like
Yeah.
the way he put that together. Because I don't think the first time everybody listened to that track, I don't think they saw it ending that way.
That was the most relatable sex song I've ever heard.
There you go,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
most niggas out here can relate to that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like there's some, most people fronted when they tried to get it the first time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it is what it is. He kind of told everybody's story. I fuck with J. Cole. I fuck with Kendrick.
That's the video with the dogs, right? The puppies, like the two dogs, and they're like fucking playing with each other. Oh no, that's the first time. That's a different one. I think. I don't know. I gotta look it up.
I gotta look that video back up. But nah, Cole for sure. He's got a message. I wouldn't consider Cole mainstream because
Yeah, I never really fucked with J. Cole when I was like when he first came out because like I feel like everybody's like this. Like I'm not sure. Like now I'm just like Lil Uzi and all that shit. But like J. Cole came in like when I was already out of high school and shit.
Yeah.
So I felt like the people who I was like in love with as rap wise was like the same shit. Like I feel like just like saying like 50 Cent, KRS One, Outkast, that kind of shit. Like was and Mos Def was one of my like in my high school I got made fun of for listening to Mos Def because I was in whack ass high school where they all wanted to just listen
That's
to like.
wild.
Well, Lil Wayne was always like. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I fucked with Lil Wayne when he first like Carter 1, Carter 2, Carter 3.
Yeah.
And I mean, No Ceilings mixtapes, the Dedication mixtapes. I know we're jumping around with hip hop and shit right now, but
I feel like with Wayne, man, I feel like a lot of the negative attention that he's garnered because of whatever
like Trump and shit.
all that, and then just people saying, look, Wayne was cold and everybody was cool until he came out, claiming like the greatest of all time, the best rapper, and this, that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, when you start saying stuff like that in your rhymes, that's when, it don't really be hip hop no more. Like, let the people decide that, right? Like, I'm the listener. Let me observe the art and hear it, right? Because I know people. I mean, don't get me wrong, Lil Wayne's got some crazy freestyles. He's got some crazy bars. He's got crazy metaphors.
Even in some new shit, like his funeral one, the song "Mamma Mia," that shit's pretty good, dude. Like, he has like this song where he goes, "The Planet of the Apes." I don't know what he says,
but in all honesty, right, is Lil Wayne, bar for bar, is he fucking with Mos Def?
I mean. Okay, well, I don't.
As far as content,
yeah, content, so, no. But as in like the amount of rhymes that are put out, yeah. I mean, Lil Wayne puts out so many fucking words, and
is it quality over quantity or quantity over
exactly?
Quality?
I know. I agree. See that.
That's personally.
Everybody likes some fuck shit. Everybody likes some fuck shit, though.
That's true. This is true. It has its place. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
everything got its place. It's just we got like an overload of Lil Wayne, right?
Yeah,
we were missing Yasin Bey.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We
were missing Talib Kweli.
Yeah.
We were missing Jay. Electronica. Yeah. We were missing these real cats out.
Even at the time, fucking Killer Mike, like he was still putting music out. Right. They slept on him until like now he's with a white dude. Now he's the shit.
Right.
Like,
I mean, Run the Jewels.
I'm not trying to be right. I love Run the Jewels.
Nice, yeah,
they're just
that. But
I love RTJ. But in my head, I'm not. I mean, I know I'm not black or anything, but like, to me, I'm not gonna lie. I'll get this forward. I've always like I had one of my grandpas was black and shit because by marriage and like my first kiss was a black girl. I've always like whatever. So I've been through like a bunch of black dads when I was dating their daughters. So like they teach me a lot of shit, and I just feel like when I see that, it's like wow, Killer Mike, he always did stuff with that Outkast and stuff like that. But then like in that point of my point of view with that, it's like oh wow, how come now everybody's on his dick when he's Run the Jewels? Like was it like that? Why wasn't it like that before that? Like what was he missing before that?
I mean I feel your point on that. I could also give you the perspective of. It's just that what they created together was that dope. You know what I'm saying? Not that it was that much more dope than Killer Mike's solo. You know what I'm saying?
But their beats are...
yeah, what they created together just drew that much more people in, right? So it's all the same people that was with Killer Mike plus some other people. So, you know, again, everything has its place in the culture. It's just a matter of us getting an equal amount of all parts of that. You know what I mean? And we're not getting that right now, and that's kind of where the issue lies. So, cats in hip hop, they did what they did. They became great moguls. They did their own music. They created their own labels, or they went with labels that they could get their deal that they wanted. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then you have these other people out here who is basically get a deal at any cost, right? Like whatever it takes, I'm just gonna go out here and do it. And if a record label tells you this is what's gonna sell, and you do this, and you know what I'm saying? That's how the game gets diluted. That's how music is diluted.
I mean, I feel like I've been doing stand-up comedy since before I showed you I rap, but I've been doing stand-up comedy since I was in high school. I moved out here because I was performing at Comedy Works a lot in high school.
Right.
I would have to drive from Greeley to here, and I've noticed that too. Like when I was 18, 19, I was doing really popular because I was just listening to what they want me to talk about with jokes, like the guys that were trying to like lead me. But now, like, before all this shit happened with COVID, I was, like, getting shows again because I was being more authentic to myself. But, because, like, I still had, like, people trying to be like, oh, you can't talk about this, you can't talk about that. Because I talk about race and all that, but, like, I don't talk about it. I talk about it, like, in a positive way. I'm more, like, hate on white people a lot, and people get mad about that shit. But, like...
You got to find your flaws everywhere. You got to call it... if you call it equal, right, then nobody really gets mad. Look at South Park, right?
Yeah.
South Park, they
go hard
they make fun of everybody, right?
Yeah.
So... Nobody's safe, but yeah, no, I feel where you're coming from.
But I feel like I feel like that in the same way of music is like what you're saying, like how this is why it's called in the blur because I fuck up a little bit. But you're saying something kind of like how they're putting certain music gets better out, right? Like,
yeah, much more promotion, because it again furthers an agenda.
Yeah, exactly, and certain agendas were trying to make people more like that's where I was going. Like some in comedy and in music, they're trying to make it more like this. They try to victimize people, trying to say like being woke is bad, or I'm not trying to say being woke is bad, but like they try to just make everything that, and that's not what art is. You know, art isn't fucking one thing. Then art wouldn't even be a word if everything was the same. That's not art. That's fucking conformity. And
exactly.
You know,
if there's a definition for art, then you're right. It's conformity.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things that I realized when I started making music, which is art, right, is that no matter what the artist's intention was when they created whatever piece of art that was, whether it's music, whether it's a book, painting a picture, drawing a picture, right? Yeah. Whatever their intention was, whatever the observers, whoever's observing it, whatever their perspective is of that piece of art is what's true.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what the artist's intention was, right? I have every intention in my music to relay a message, right? But however it's perceived by that person that's them, right? Like, so you can't control that. When you understand, when a real artist
like when people get mad at movies, and they're like, "Oh my god, that's like the Inglourious Basterds." Like, "Oh, how dare you have?" And it's like, "Yo, he's killing a bunch of Nazis." Or people got mad about Django too. It's like, "Yo, he's fucking showing the slave owners what the fuck." Like, but then some people are like, "Yo, that's amazing. I love it. Fucking fuck that motherfucker." Like,
Quentin Tarantino's another. He's the whole probably another podcast for me.
Yeah.
I can get into some shit on him, but it is what it is. Again, people too often take the artist, and assume that their perception of what they perceive, like what they get from that piece of art, was the artist's intention, and that's not it, right?
Yeah.
So, again, like people out here just trying to make it, man, and but if you don't understand that and you don't realize that when you put an art out, then you can be manipulated into putting out what somebody else wants just because you're trying to get to somewhere, right?
Yeah.
But if you have the real intention of getting what's inside you out and expressing yourself, no amount of money can change that, right? You see what I'm saying? Like, you can't approach me with a contract. If I'm out here spitting what I spit because I believe it and it moves me, or I draw what I draw, write what I write, right? You can't pay me any amount of money to say, man, fuck that. I'm going to do what you want me to do, right?
Yeah.
Why? For what? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if I stay true to what I'm putting out, the money will come.
Yeah.
And it'll be the right money. You know what I'm saying? It'll be the right acclaim. It'll be the right type of attention. You feel me?
Yeah.
You end up, one of these famous motherfuckers that they just blow up for whatever, and you can't do nothing. Your life is done. You can't go nowhere. Your kids and shit, people following you, taking pictures. And all that.
I think about that shit too. Like I listen to a lot of I've been listening to a lot of interviews with Jim Carrey and like this is Mark Maron. Not sure if you know, he is a comedian and he has a podcast. He's been doing them with he did one with Leo and fucking Brad Pitt, and they were talking about being famous, and so was Jim Carrey, and it's just yo, it's a thing. Oh yeah, it's sad because in our society that's a success thing. Once I'm famous, I'm fucking successful or whatever I do. But there's a comedian I know that has a book out and all that. I mean, and he's not famous, but he's successful because he's making money, fucking just being comic.
There you go, right? If I make enough to pay the bills, doing
that's
what's
success.
true, that's success, right? You don't have to have millions and Lambos, and I mean, if you get it, cool, right?
Yeah. But Lambo's that's a shitty car.
It is.
My son, I want a Lamborghini. I'm dude, you don't understand. That's the fucking. It's a shitty car. They break easy. I try when you're a kid, you don't fucking.
I'm not gonna front, yo. If the whole shit around cars, we'll touch on cars just a little bit. The whole shit around cars has changed, man.
Yeah.
These guys are out here building twin turbo Lamborghinis with 2,000 plus horsepower now, running fucking sevens and shit in the quarter mile. That's incredible, yo. You're talking almost not funny car, but stock car, or not stock car, but pro stock times, and those cars are fucking fast. Those are fully built race cars with slicks and all that shit, and these dudes are skyrocketing to the point where they don't even race them quarter mile now. They do half mile.
Those tires get fucked.
They'll do a half mile run because they're doing 220 miles an hour. I got homeboys in Texas, man, that own a shop. They build GTRs, and they're just getting into Audis, Audi R8s, doing twin turbo setups on those.
Are you really into cars and shit?
Oh fuck yeah!
I don't know shit about cars. I need my muffler's all kind of. If you drove that, you'd be like, I can tell you. It's 1998.
So but I don't want to get too much off topic.
No,
but
cool.
yeah, I mean, for another day. But yeah, back to unless you want to, stay on topic.
It's
whatever you want to do, man.
No, that's cool.
You call it.
I
just want to make sure I'm not getting off topic.
Oh no, I don't.
Sometimes
Dude, that's what this podcast is about. Is just whatever.
All right.
I don't like to. There's with me, it's something I really believe in. I've said it in other podcasts. Even I try to do it in my comedy too. But I don't believe in structure in that way. I feel like life is life, dude. I hate in the okay. I don't give a fuck. I said this before on this podcast. I don't like working for a fancy kitchen, and that's where I work right now. And I just hate the whole they're all about calling each other chef and doing all that. I'm not about that. And being oh yes chef, yes chef. To me, that's just I don't know, man. I care about my job, but I don't. That's not my life. That's not my career. And calling someone chef to me, I don't like that. Or when people call me boss, I fucking hate that. I don't know. And I don't like rules in that extent. I don't like fucking dress codes. I don't like saying I can't wear.
Dress codes are fucking right.
Yeah.
If you pay for my shit, then you can tell me what to wear.
Yeah.
If you're not paying for my shit, you can't. School.
I'll quit a job. I mean, I have no problem not wearing a hat, but I'll quit a job if I can't wear a fucking hat. It's just fuck this. Nah. I don't know.
But no, cars and shit, man. Lambos. Obviously, these guys are dumping tons of money into it, right? You gotta build it. But they're out there doing it, man. And
wait, real quick, did you hear about Master P investing into the first black-owned electric car, on some Tesla shit?
I did not.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called.
I don't watch much news. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's alright. I watched. That's from the Breakfast
Where'd
Club.
you see it from?
Charlamagne the God.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I did not see that, man. That's interesting.
Yeah.
He's a great businessman.
Yeah. Oh, that motherfucker. He's underrated. I feel like they don't talk about him because he's not not fuck. There's still some hip hop shit. Everything's based around hip hop. Life is hip hop.
It comes back. It does.
Yeah,
it's full circle.
Because Jay-Z, for instance, they're both I think Master P's the same tax bracket or whatever as Jay-Z, but they don't talk about that because he's not a dick sucking motherfucker that just like
Yeah,
rides that
I
shit.
feel you, man. I
Yeah.
feel you.
But
Hey,
I do like 444 though. I don't know.
Jay's. I mean, longevity for sure in the game. He gets his props. You know what I'm saying. However, I don't think being the best businessman in hip hop makes you the best rapper.
No,
Right.
you're right.
I think he gets that's kind of where people.
Well, that's what
kinda
Jace
claim-
comes off. I'm a businessman. That's what he
Right.
promotes. Though.
He's a great businessman. Look at what he's done. Like this
Yeah.
cat has built an empire.
He has his
you know
own
what I mean?
streaming service.
Right. Like, so on that sense, yeah, I give him that. But again, I don't think that just because you were the greatest businessman and happen to make the most money makes you the best rapper.
Like, are you saying that like about Jay-Z?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
people
yeah.
try to say Jay is the best rapper alive.
Just 'cause
And
he's rich.
he says he's the greatest rapper alive.
Yeah, so is
You know what I'm
Lil
saying?
Wayne. So is every fucking rapper, dude.
No, first and foremost, in my opinion, he's not even the best out of Brooklyn. Right?
Yeah.
I can name, a few other
I
cats out
mean,
of
Mos
Brooklyn.
Def is there.
Mos
Fucking
Def,
Joey,
right.
fucking badass is
Right,
better
I
than
mean,
him.
there's
Like,
there's other cats that, but no, I'm not saying he's trash. I'm just saying in the
no, he's not. I like Jay-Z.
Yeah, he's done.
Watch the Throne's dope.
His
Dude.
catalog is ridiculous, right? This
Yeah.
dude's made hits for fucking years.
Go.
But if you ask,
like,
so if you're a fan of Jay, what's his best album? What do you think his best album was?
all right, well, for me, I guess I have two albums. I would have to say the Black Album.
Right.
Fucking, I can listen to that shit all the way through. Lucifer, fucking, that whole album is fucking, I love it. And I like 444, dude. I do. Like, it's pretty good. And I kind of like, nah, that album sucks. But, yeah, 444 is good. I was going to say Holy Grail. It's got some good songs on it, but I don't know.
So, most
How about you?
people
Yeah.
who say reasonable, I heard a lot of
Oh,
people
Reasonable
say
Doubt.
reasonable.
Well, that's
Doubt.
before me, though.
Right, I feel you.
Yeah.
But to have that be, most people think that's one of his best
What
albums.
songs are on that album? If you don't?
There's quite a few. There's
Is Girls on that guy? Oh,
No,
God.
no.
That's
This is
blue. That's the
like-
blueprint. Like,
yeah, barely. But again, I'm just saying. Some people say that, right?
Yeah.
And if that's the case, you go back. But same thing with Nas, right?
Yeah.
People say, "Well, it was Nas' best album,
Uh,
Illmatic,
Illmatic,
his
yeah.
first album,
His
right?"
first album.
So that means that
Which
they
is
both
really
wrote
good.
their dopest
Right.
shit, like in the beginning, and then have been trying to get back to that point,
Yeah.
But I feel like as far as content goes, Nas has
American
more
Gangster's good though too.
platform-
Now that I think, I'm
plateau.
sorry.
No, you're
Yeah.
good. More plateaued.
Nas plateau. Yeah.
Well, but he stayed there. Like he came in with the dope Illmatic album, dropping knowledge, and he stayed dropping knowledge like his whole shit.
If he stayed just
King's
doing
Disease.
features, he'd be great.
Did you bump that King's Disease, that new one,
I don't think so. I can't play it right now.
bro? You gotta bang that, man. There's some great tracks, some good music on there. I don't even have it memorized like that. I've heard it. I haven't listened to it as well as I need to, but just some things that I picked up. Obviously, King's Disease, talking about that grout. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But also, we came out in 2020 in the year of Corona. And Corona is obviously another name for a crown. Kings wear crowns, and it's King's Disease. You feel me? So there's some, you gotta like there's
What's
these
it called?
cats is out. King's Disease.
The song?
Yeah,
Damn.
the album. It's an album.
Oh, is it?
Full album.
That's Nas.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So
Sorry, I had to write that down.
yeah, definitely check that one out. We were talking about if you want to write that other one down.
What's that?
Shout out to Apathy, that Widow's
Oh,
Son.
Apathy.
That Widow's Son.
Widow's Son.
That's a great album. So much knowledge on that album, man. And then you gave me a couple.
Are there
tracks
any
that I'm
new
gonna check
people you
out, too.
fuck with at all? Like I don't know. Like, do you like Tyler the Creator, dude, or no? Do you fucking think he sucks, or what's up? I know everybody thinks he's gay, but that shouldn't matter. Whatever.
I don't. To be honest with you, I really don't listen to him. I never really got any like. I never had anything presented to me that was like,
Yeah.
that somebody said, "Yo, you gotta check this out."
Maybe
You know
after the
what I'm
pod,
saying? I never
also.
got onto him. And not that I think he's whack or anything like that. Damn,
Here,
it's fucking lighter dead. Not that I think he's whack or anything like that.
Yeah.
I just didn't.
I mean, he's definitely not whack, but there are people I've never even listened to. I just know they're whack, like Lil Uzi and shit like that, and Lil Baby and fucking. I don't fuck with that shit. I'm sorry.
like Chance the Rapper. I never listened to Chance. I hear a lot of people say he's.
Oh,
great.
he's
I never
alright.
listened to him.
But he's just too like. I'm a good boy. Like, it's just fucking alright, dude. We get it. Like, And his girl looks like a fucking dude. If you ever seen her face, she got man face, dude. She looks like, and she's taller than him and shit. Like, not that there's, I mean, I'm a short guy. I've never really dated a tall chick, but she's tall as fuck and she looks like a guy. So I'm just like, oh man, maybe he's like, you know what I'm saying? Getting in there.
Dirty.
But hey, Eddie Murphy did it.
I'm trying to think about new rappers that I really bang. I do, like, I guess if I hear it from somewhere, then yeah. I'll be honest.
Or any songs, I guess. You're like new songs necessarily, but
I'll probably be, I gotta admit, man, like I'm probably like I'm a closed loop kind of guy
right.
when it comes
I'm
to
gonna shoot some names. You like Schoolboy or what? Schoolboy?
I've heard of him. I've heard his shit, but
What?
I don't have.
You don't know Schoolboy? You haven't heard of?
But I don't have any music. I don't have anything
God.
purchased.
I gotta
or downloaded or anything.
Fuck! I wish I had music capability right now. We could just like throw it on. I mean, the app I run it through lets me throw songs on, but
Yeah.
there's no point right
Absol. I fuck with Absol.
Absol's dope. Yeah,
He's
yeah.
pretty- he's not new, but like,
Yeah. Well, that's
newer
new.
age
Who's
rapper,
new to
yeah.
me? Like I don't count. I'm not like I don't count whoever the rappers are now. Like I don't know. But I'm not gonna lie. I do fuck with 6ix9ine song. The sticky with the blicky. Like it just makes me laugh, dude. That song.
I can't do it, bro.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't know, man. Again, it has its place in the culture, right? It's part of the culture.
But I wouldn't call him rap though. Like,
No.
okay, do you feel like rap is getting so oversaturated that it'll become not? It'll just be like rock. How rock is now? Just you listen. Like, there's no new rock. Like, if anyone thinks about rock, they think about fucking
Old school.
or maybe the newest rock that is like respected is like Nirvana or maybe like
Yeah.
Blink 182 or some shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't, man. I think the internet has helped a lot because
sorry guys, smoking into me blowing in the mic.
with all that fucking with what you were talking about with rap, like they had record labels behind them, right?
Yeah.
Hip hop didn't have record labels behind them in the beginning.
Yeah, that was just a dude with a
Right.
fucking
And so that's another
Grandmaster Flash
reason
and
why
shit.
the game is kind of diluted nowadays. Is that so? Back in the day in hip hop, when hip hop first dropped, when you were spitting your rhymes, first you were the nicest cat on your block, right? And you kicked rhymes, and everybody recognized that you were the nicest on your block. Then you became the nicest in your city, right? And you do battles or whatever it may be around. Then you were the nicest in your state, and then you actually garnered attention and you got some sort of record deal or you became influential. Nowadays, anybody can put some bullshit out on the internet. Anybody that wants to, right? Yeah. So it's good and it's bad, right? It's good because you're allowing a lot of artists who didn't have this opportunity before, who were great on their block, right, to immediately show that they're great. Worldwide.
Yeah, they're not just great.
But then you have other people just searching for the next fucking the next viral video, right?
Yeah.
And so that dilutes it. Well, if when you have those people, that's who record labels go after, right? I'm gonna go after this cat because I know he's willing to do whatever to get this contract, get this money, so we can pump through our message through him. You know what I'm saying? And not allow somebody who's really getting what they want out. You know what I'm saying? And have to pay that person or whatever. So
I feel like people are finding a way around that with social media as well. Like, some people are able to actually harness and build their brand because of social media. Like, like with podcasts, for instance, they're things like that you're able to. It's easy. Like, I wish it was easy for music like that. Like, for an independent artist to grow that well, but like, it's fucking. You have to have people behind you, or you have to have a feature. Then it's like, oh, like some. Like, I mean, these chicks that the people I showed you didn't really have features, but I don't know, man. Like, how do I find those people? I don't even know how I didn't know how I found Old Man Saxon, but that Tierra Mac and Hobson and Jaren Band. I don't know how I found Hobson. Like, no one told me about that motherfucker.
J. Cole, no features.
Yeah. Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. To do what he did, like cats in this type of game. You know what I'm saying? Not J. Cole's. Cole got bars. I'm good.
Yeah.
Cole got bars, bro.
No, Cole's good.
Straight up.
So, what would you think the origin? I mean, I feel like the origin of hip hop is just like definitely just even like blues music, even before that to like jazz to like even like spirituals and shit. You know, like,
discotheque too. discotheque.
Oh yeah,
Into that.
Digital
From New
Underground.
York.
Like,
Yeah, from
my parents listen to that shit.
fucking man, that discotheque scene that in New York that let off a lot of youngsters, right? Because
that's what they started fucking scratching and
They
shit.
were
and
hearing it
sampling
exactly, getting the records and playing it. So that changed a lot of shit, man. And again, it was like something that they created, right? They took what they had, and that's kind of like the mantra of black people in America. It's like take what we have and make the best out of it, right? Make something that's new, that's fresh, right? Like, so,
Hey, I have a question. Sorry, but like, so everything I bring up, you don't like. Have you even listened to any Mac Miller or anything like that?
nope. I never listened to Mac. Like I said, when I say I don't listen to these people,
It's not like out of hate. You just it never came across.
I just never got it. Yeah, I just never got it.
So, like, who do you listen to right now? Like, besides Homeboy.
I mean, I listen to everything, right? But I have like, it's just, of course, artists that I've already listened to in the past. I listen to new stuff, right? So like, just any old.
Like, who are you listening on your way here? Like, what was in your car?
Shit, I was on shuffle, man. To be honest with you, I think.
What do you use for your music?
3 6 Mafia came on.
Oh, 3 6. All right.
I'm pretty sure Bone Thugs came on.
Yeah. See, like, I still listen to that shit.
That, so I lost my playlist. I would have gone back and told you I lost it.
Shit, yeah.
It sucks. But nah, I mean, but as far as in my iPod, I listen to everything. I got fucking 90s alternative, like Green Day and fucking Nirvana and Metallica. I got James Brown, the OJs.
Do you fuck with M at all?
Stylistics. I got what's up?
Do you fuck with M at all or
Eminem?
what? Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you think about? What do you think about any current M or what?
Yeah, I think he's got more into like metaphors and
and his rhythms, his flow is different now. It's like it's more like
double entendre.
It seems like he just raps with no beat now, and then they just put a beat behind it. That's what it feels like, maybe.
I don't know. I would be interested to sit down with him, pick his brain on how he writes, because.
I respect Eminem. I hate people that hate on Eminem. Like every time I have Eminem on my jaw playing, people would be like, "Churn it." I'm like. It makes me like be like, oh man, this is a good song.
I forget what I'm pretty sure it might have. I'm pretty sure it was the Marshall Mathers LP. Or no, it was
Eminem Show, Slim Shady LP.
It was the third one, Eminem Show. Right?
Eminem Show's good, yeah.
And he said, "Fuck, man, this is what happened when I chief. Man, I can't think of it." He said,
Is it from White America song?
No. He was talking about using black music.
I use black music so selfishly.
Yeah.
And get myself wealthy. Hey, isn't a concept of the word?
He told motherfuckers what he did.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm telling y'all, this
like
is
Elvis Presley.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm the best. Yeah, that's when the do it. I'm like, man. So
another concept that works. How many white rappers emerged? Sorry.
You know what I'm saying? But again, the lyrics just kind of get absorbed in the moment. Nobody really thinks about it. Or
people forget he wrote that down. Like but did he write it out of guilt? Because Eminem's a very emotional person, and he disguises his emotions with humor, so he could because he's probably been told that shit. Man, you've been fucking your white boys,
that's kind of like it. Yeah, it sucks, but I'm sure you're right. You know what I'm saying? But he obviously understood what he was doing.
Yeah.
And you're right. It made him feel some sort of way because he put it in his music. Like he literally threw that in a rhyme. So, but respect to M. He lyrically, crazy.
But then that song, think about the chorus. It'd be so empty without me.
Yeah.
Because then he's like talking about that part. Oh, huh. And if you think about that song, like if it would no beat, it'd be so like that's kind of sad, dude. The chord, man. He just broke down that shit. He just broke that shit. Now. Yo, what's up, guys? Fucking JP and V.O.C.A.B. breaking down shit. Yo, I'm gonna interrupt real quick in the BLURR JP. That's all I want to say.
Yo,
watch Spotify and all that bullshit. Suck a dick, fuck a pussy, fuck ethnic girls, fuck a white girl, fuck white girls out of existence, and then we'll all be one race. Whoa, guys. Sorry. Woo! Hot take.
Oh, man.
Eminem, huh?
Wife, yo.
Oh, yeah. Hey, she's Mexican. She's Latina, way.
Love you, babe.
Sorry. All right.
But yes.
You didn't make it this far.
No, you good. You do you, yo. You do you. I just gotta make sure that we have that. Everything else we cool on. No.
Yeah, I know.
I can't be giving shouts out to all that other stuff.
No, it's okay. I understand. That was just me doing the JP ad. That was an ad. It happens every episode. I'm just playing. No, it doesn't.
Good shit.
I just had to throw some.
Definitely, I do fuck with M.
Yeah.
No issues with M whatsoever.
Yeah, fuck
As a matter of
MGK,
fact,
dude. MGK sucks anyway, dude.
I'm not even for like. First and foremost, I don't really care about race at all because I'm mixed. My mom's black, my dad's black, so I can't hate on one or the other anyway. Yeah. I don't have any room to say one way. I wouldn't either way, just because I appreciate.
But I'm sure
lyrics.
You've seen hate from both sides, I guess. Like,
oh yeah.
Because like my kid's mom, she's been hated on by like her Asian side and her black side gets hated on. Yeah. Like they're I feel you. And like even my white side of my family and my Mexican side, like my aunt, not my aunt, the aunt that I have different aunts that are like they've been like weird because they're you're all Mexican like your mom. I'm like whoa, that's fucked up.
Yeah, right.
But then my Mexican side they're like you're white boy, hey, white boy. It's like fuck you motherfuckers. Like I hate that shit. Like
so that's kind of all right. I'll touch on two things there, right?
All right.
And
I know race doesn't matter, but I'm just saying
no, it doesn't.
It is kind of when people say shit like that. It's like you're saying it in a way like I don't belong in the family or something.
So as far as I got two things. One, I'll say the first one, based upon that, right? Like think about that, your statements, and then think about black people in America, right? And the majority, I'd say everybody but black people can trace their heritage to where they come from, right? Yeah. You know that your family is half Italian, half Mexican, you said?
Yeah.
So
my mom's Mexican, my dad's Italian.
Right. So you could trace that lineage back, right?
Yeah.
They know where you came from.
No, yeah, I know all that. Like, yeah.
So black people in America, we just get to be black.
Yeah, right? You can be South American,
or you could be African American, right?
Yeah.
But Africa's a fucking continent.
Yeah,
Africa's
there's countries within the continent.
Right.
Yeah. Uganda.
That's a problem, yo. That's a problem. But here, the real thing I want to touch on with that is that there's no such thing as a Mexican. There's no such thing as an Italian. There's no such thing as a Canadian.
We're all people, humans.
People, right?
I'm oneself. You are oneself.
Right.
We are oneself.
People have different heritage based upon invisible lines that are drawn.
And the reason people look different is because migration.
Well, no,
and shit like that.
The people looking different is one thing, right?
Yeah.
But being Italian or Mexican or Polish or fucking Turkish or Russian or Chinese or Japanese.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, we're all human
beings. Right. All it means, where you look is you adapted to the area you live in.
You say that, but look, check it out like this. So, what if humans were felines? So, tigers, lions, jaguars. I'm not being a dickhead. I'm just saying, like, look like that. So, like, a tiger is different than a lion, but they...
Where did you get because
humans are human.
All you know is that lions, tigers,
jaguars,
leopards, cheetahs, they're cats.
They're all cats.
Right?
Yeah.
Somebody gave you the names of those. Somebody put names and said, "Well, I'm gonna
just because they look different doesn't mean that they're the same."
Shit. They do different shit. They come from different areas, right? They're different parts, right? It don't mean shit.
Yeah. Well, that's not trying to agree with you. I'm just saying.
No, I feel you. I'm just saying.
I know. I came at it like. Well, they're different, but I meant to say they're all cats.
Exactly.
Like you could breed a lion with a tiger, live a liger.
Again, if you don't,
like just like dogs,
teach somebody something. It doesn't matter what they're called. All you need to know is the motherfucker's dangerous.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
that motherfucker could kick my ass if I fuck with it. It's going to fuck me up. That's all you need to know. Is it dangerous or not? Yeah. Other than that, it's all.
No, and I know race doesn't matter. I just like.
No. I'm not trying to get on you.
No. I get this a lot. Sometimes I'll joke around and because I do come from a comedic background. I feel like nothing matters.
Yeah.
Like that's my belief is that nothing matters. We're all one. Like we're like and like we're even one with the animals. Like we're all just living beings. We're what makes an animal and a human.
Yep.
That shouldn't even be a word. That's kind of like because people use calling someone an animal as a fucking put down. So like I'm saying like. But I just use that because I think it's funny sometimes to bring it to talk about why is this even a thing? Like
I get it.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Constructs, man. That's where we live. That's where.
Yeah.
That's, you know,
Like it makes me like I've had racism just being dating black girls, like having like I was saying earlier, like, but that shouldn't matter. Like you should be happy that your daughter's got like a person that like is treating her nice and shit. And same with the white dude, like you shouldn't be with that black girl or whatever it is. Like why do you care? He's in love with her. Why should that be a bad thing? Or a Mexican girl or whatever the fuck. Like I don't know. So that's whatever.
some of the shit I've learned.
But what do you feel about white rappers then? I mean, we're talking about race a little bit. Then
Yeah.
you don't think that's a because people get mad about white rappers and shit, but I don't think like is a thing because now it's just like a music. Like if you listen to Mac Miller, he's not really a rapper. It's just like the way music has evolved. We don't use instruments like we used to. So is it really rapping or is it just music? You know, like
I don't
it's different
really
than hip hop.
style,
You know what I'm
to be
saying?
honest. I don't know. I really
Oh.
haven't. I know who Mac Miller is. Don't get
Yeah,
me wrong.
no, I know that.
He was huge.
But
I know
he's kind of like on some.
like Marky Mark.
No, he's more on some like when the day goes sleep. Like he kind of sings a little bit, but
Is he
like
like a kind of like a Wiz Khalifa?
nah, he doesn't really use autotune and shit like that. He's more like a fuck. I don't know, man. I can't relate him to anyone honestly. Like,
Would he be like the hardest one that came like if a
he ain't
if
hard. He's
but
more
no,
like
I'm saying like if a boy band split up, right? He would be like the rawest one from the the hardest one from the boy band. that would be him.
yeah.
So
He's
he
the
was
bad
like-
boy of the.
So he was kind of like Donnie from New Kids on the Block or some shit.
Uh,
Not like maybe musically, I don't know.
He's more like a depressed druggy. Like he's like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
yeah. But like his music's like,
See, I heard some shit that people say he doesn't really.
you know what? I could play you some, and they won't hear it. But you can keep talking. But you're saying what?
Yeah, there's people say that he didn't really OD and shit. Like,
Oh, like his friend knew that he didn't
yeah,
drugs.
I'm like, I don't know, man. I just did weird shit, bro.
I mean, that's with
Yeah.
every celebrity death, right?
True.
Like Michael Jackson. Well, that's shady though. That doctor actually went to jail and shit.
But I know I've heard songs by Mac Miller. Like I know I've heard his music because shit, working in retail, they play all kinds of shit.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
like, popular
yeah.
shit. So I know I've heard it. Could I tell you like to go look up a Mac Miller song? I could not.
Yeah.
Or tell you the name of one. I couldn't.
This is one of the shit from when he died, but. Excuse the interruption. I had to do some editing and cut out me showing a Mac Miller. So it was just a bunch of dead air of me like, yeah, this is it. But it wasn't it. Back to the podcast, bitch.
So
Well,
he's
he-
like kind of borderline, like almost like a little like light alternative. Like
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of who somebody.
He's the first dude. I haven't heard a good live album since like Bob Marley or something like that. You know,
Really?
like old like 60s music. Like that they did a lot of those and it sounded great. He put out a live album for his album called Watching Movies with the Sound Off.
Yeah.
And it's fucking amazing. Like he has a band behind it and it just sounds so good and he like it doesn't sound like the music from the album. It sounds like the music from the album, but like not like because it's actually with the instruments and not the beats. And it just sounds really good, dude. Like I wish that because I heard a Bone Thugs live album and it's fucking horrible. It's just like
Yeah.
"Roar."
Bruh, I've seen Bone Thugs live and
They suck live. I seen that somewhere too. Like
yeah, they were.
Summer Jam or some shit.
I knew the word. I was sitting there singing the words. Like that whole first East 1999 album, I got that shit. I got that shit memorized.
Yeah.
I got that whole shit. Me and shout out to my homeboy Jesse. We sat on the back of the bus when that CD dropped. I think I had a Walkman. We might.
Is that the one where with the? That's the last album they put out, or no?
No, it was the first. East 1999, I believe, was the first. No, On the Creep and the Come Up was the first album.
Yeah.
East 1999 was the second. When that album dropped, we were banging it, and that shit was crazy.
You're good.
You good?
I was just the outro. I moved it, but I didn't move it far enough. But I just wanted to mute it so that we don't hear the outro while we're talking.
Oh, gotcha.
But it's okay. It's a podcast, so we don't have to cut this part
So
out.
you just move it back.
Yeah. I muted it right now, So like right now, the outro is happening in the blur with JP. But you guys wait up. It's not even that time yet.
We legit, we banged it. We memorized that whole CD, just rewinding it and like trying to figure out what the words were back and forth. So yeah, that was.
What's your favorite albums, dude?
All time?
Yeah, like give me. All right, okay. Well, we're not. I hope you're not ready to be. I mean, I feel like we're still vibing.
Yeah.
I'm not ready or anything. And but there's a couple things before the end of this podcast.
Yeah.
I want to do top 3 albums and your top 10 artists, because people say top 5, but that's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to do a top 5, and I'm not. And it's your own top 5, and then you're okay. Okay, let me start over. We'll do your top 3 albums,
Okay.
and then your personal top 10. And then who you really think is top 10.
Okay.
But just do top 3 albums first. But we don't have to do all of them right away.
Yeah, top 3 hip hop.
Because I still have questions I want to ask you that's not hip hop related as well.
For sure. Top 3 hip hop albums, man. Bruh,
That, like, they don't have to be of all time. Just for you, that's like, yo, I can listen to this all the fucking time. I can listen to this all the fucking time. And I can listen to this. Like, it never gets old for you.
Illmatic, for sure.
Yeah. The world is your... that whole album is fucking...
I'll do like a top 3 albums that people might know, and then albums
that's
that people
cool.
might not know
All right.
too. So this will be albums that people probably know. I'll do Illmatic. I gotta, to be honest with you, they all kind of, no, they don't all involve Nas, but, no, I'll put that on albums that people might not know. So I'll do Illmatic, Most Def, Black on Both Sides.
Oh, God.
Great fucking hip hop album.
God. Yeah.
Great hip hop album. And
that's good. That whole album.
Obviously, you could probably pick any Wu-Tang album, but I'm gonna go with the most obvious, 36 Chambers.
Those are
The
your
top
top 3
3
or their top people for people?
Top 3 for that people would probably know, like albums.
Okay,
people
do
know.
them again real quick.
So that's Illmatic, Black on Both Sides,
Yeah.
and
And the
36 Chambers.
36. Yeah, those are 3 solid fucking albums. You put them on a playlist. I mean,
You don't ever,
playlist shuffle.
there's no fuck. I mean, like, but
that's a
you
good
could substitute 36 Chambers for Ghostface's first album, Iron Man. You could go, you could substitute with GZA, GZA's first album, Liquid Swords. You could substitute, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there's albums like that. Top 3 I think people might not know is Nas and Damian Marley, Distant Relatives. Fucking classic hip hop album. Classic, yo. Like, some of the greatest music I've ever heard in my life. And it was just widely unknown. It didn't get a lot of promotion. So that was a great hip hop album. The album we were listening to right before we went on, Apathy album, Widow's Son. That's a great hip hop, a great hip hop album. Like, so much knowledge in there. Talking about some real shit, like not your average bullshit whips and chains and this and all that.
Yeah.
And third, I really fuck with that Jedi Mind Tricks. The
Retaliation or
I mean, you could substitute any of them.
yeah.
But I like that Servants and or Kings and.
Is that the one with the dude from Vietnam on the cover?
No, it's like a split. Servants in Heaven, Kings in Hell. It's like red and blue.
Oh shit.
That shit's legit. They got some real bangers on there. But yeah, and then top 10 artists all time. I personally base my shit on like lyricism and like content.
Yeah.
So in no particular order, like you could probably argue for any of these people to be, at least top 5 or whatnot. But you gotta put Black Thought in there.
Oh yeah, Black Thought.
You gotta put Nas in there. You gotta put Mos Def, Talib Kweli, Biggie, Pac. I mean, there's so many other people that I'm sure I'm missing. Like, there's so many other people who are just crazy lyricists that are, either slept on Eminem. You could, it's so tough, man. Like, but again, I guess if you're going against content and like actual skill writing, the cleverness of how they're able to convey their message, you know what I'm saying, and get you to be tuned in or whatever. Like that shit's, it sometimes it's the beats, but a lot of these cats did it with or without beats, right? And even on beats that not everybody would, find appealing, they're still spitting mad knowledge, you know what I mean? And just keeping it real. So, but yeah, that's tough, man. That's tough. I could fucking list, and you know what I'm saying? I could go on forever.
No, I feel you. I mean, I feel like, I don't know, it also, like, I feel like it also includes, like, knowing how to do music, too, because some people just, like 3 6 Mafia they suck at being, like, as musicians, I don't feel like they don't know how to, like, either their rhythm or their voice, they don't have like a good rhythm to their voice. Like Nas and Jay-Z and all the like even Eminem, they have like a good rhythm or tone, or they're musical. They're what's the word? I'm not clairvoyant or what the fuck. They're not delivery, but I feel like it's that the rhythm that they have their voice. It's more they have like a good melody to their voice and like their rhythm, like how they do shit. And
yeah,
I like
cadence
that. Cadence
and shit. That shit's everything. People that understand that and can ride the beat, like you say, it's much more appealing to listen to, and the way they can do it, and then also convey information, important information, right? Nas
like Mos Def is really good at it. Like
Nas has that track called I know, I can
be what I want to be, what I want
right?
to be. If
So
I work hard,
first verse, he's talking to young girls. Second, he's talking to young boys.
Yeah.
The third, he tells the story of how these motherfuckers stole the knowledge, man. And people just fucking.
Oh, I need to really listen to it. I never really heard it like in that.
He
form.
said,
Kings and queens never porch monkeys.
We were kings, never porch monkeys.
Yeah.
There were empires in Africa called Kush, where all races came
Timbuktu
to get books and learn who taught
the
Greeks and Romans.
Yeah.
Asian Arabs, and gave them gold. When gold was converted to money, it all changed. Money then became empowerment for Europeans.
See, that album was good. That's not Godson, is it? Godson's a good album, dude.
It is on Godson.
Oh yeah. That's such a good album, dude.
Yeah, it is.
And that's not the same album with him and his dad. That's a good song.
Oh,
when I was a little boy.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Is it on there? It might.
They even talk about Kanye though. I like Kanye, man. Except for Jesus
Kanye.
album sucks, but
I love Kanye. I don't. Man, look.
that Jesus album is horrible.
I learned not to hate on, or not hate, but like form an opinion on people based upon what the media says of that person.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Right?
I fuck with Kanye.
So I fuck with Kanye. I feel like he's probably one. We were just talking. I had a live stream for our group, the Collective. Shout out to the Collective.
Oh nice.
We just did a live stream on Facebook the other day, and somebody asked the top who if you could have three people you could sit down to dinner with, and I said Nas. I forget who I said, but I said Nas, someone, and Kanye, and they were like, "What, Kanye?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, Kanye's a genius. You can't tell me, man, that the shit that this man's written, what he's done. He was the first rapper to achieve what he's achieved, get to that type of status with non-violent rap, right? He's like literally not selling out, you know what I'm saying? Like lyrically,
dude, he was my first hip hop album, dude.
Right, as far as like
College Dropout.
Yeah, he don't put nothing out. He don't make his community any worse. Like if anything, he's a true storyteller of what's going on, and he's kept it true. Like again, made it where he's at with non-violent rap. This nigga never talked about carrying guns, shooting nobody.
He's talking about insecurity. He's talking about insecurities and being like mental, like all this shit before anyone was even talking about that shit.
Yep.
Like, it's like, concept at school seems so secure, sophomore 3 years, I ain't put the career shit, fuck it, I'll stay down here. Or it's like, I gotta go with at least one of my watches, Rolly, catch me, can't pronounce nothing, pass that for safety. Like,
that shit, bro. Kanye is a fucking genius. And then, to come up off the shit.
And you know what? I'm sorry, but Yeezus is a great album. I like it. Like New Slaves, Black Skinhead, like,
Through the Wire, man, that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Dude spit that shit with his jaw wired shut.
Well, actually,
You gotta have something special in you to do something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, let me ask you really honestly, for whatever reason you get your jaw broke today, you know what I'm saying? And your shit's wired shut. So say we had this plan to come do today, right? And say something happened last night. You fell, got into a car accident, whatever it was, you had to get your shit wired shut last night. Would you be here doing this podcast right now?
I mean, I'd hope so.
But you feel me? It's tough, right? Like, I'll be honest with you. If I hadn't, I would be like, sorry, man. I'll text you, like, bro. Say,
I would have been hot.
Like, there's no way. But the dedication that dude had to get that shit done.
But he didn't do it like the next day or anything. He was like in the hospital for a little bit.
I know, but I'm just saying, to get out and still have your shit wired shut, period.
Yeah. I feel like if I felt like in that point, like if we did it exactly how he did it, I think I would do the podcast.
Definitely,
But like not like yesterday and today, because I'm like,
I mean, it was pretty soon.
I understand.
Fairly quickly after.
Yeah.
But I feel you. But I'm just trying to make a point.
No,
There's dedication. All right, let's put it this way. Other MCs in the game probably wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Right? And that's put some... That's
50 did that shit. He fucking shot and like, I mean, maybe, I know Get Rich by Trying is a movie, but he still was like, man, voice doesn't sound right. Like, I just whatever that movie. No, it sounds, you can feel the pain.
Yeah.
Who's she? She's hot. Whatever, but... She like saved his life.
I've actually never seen that.
You never seen Get Rich on it?
Nah.
It's shitty acting. Terrence Howard is a piece of shit in that movie. Like he always is in all. Almost. Have you seen Hustle and Flow?
Yeah.
That movie's. Jesus Christ, he's such a piece of shit in that movie. But he does. It must. How he lies about Ludacris and shit, being his homie. Like, oh yeah.
They always have black actors do that. They always play the same role all the time. You know what I mean? And then that like Dave Chappelle was talking about the dresses and shit, and black comedians having to wear the dress, and I was just like, man, you know, he brought a lot of light to shit. And
well, he did a recent speech where he was talking. Well, he actually not a speech. After he did the Mark Twain thing, he said people still, and I like this is what pisses me off about like one time I was hanging out with some friends, and they're related to some people that we know.
Yeah.
And they're telling me that I need to talk more classy.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's just, I don't know. That's fucking whack. Like, and Dave Chappelle said people shouldn't stop talking ruthless.
Yeah.
Never be afraid to stop talking ruthless.
No. Speak your mind, man. Like, that's... Farrakhan was talking about Kings of Comedy, and how in Kings of Comedy, each one of them wrote their own shit for that special, right? Steve Harvey wrote his shit, Cedric wrote his shit, Bernie, and D.L. Hughley, right? Each one of them wrote their own. They also all got TV deals based off of that. Yeah. Right? But when they start their TV deals, guess what? The network writing the TV shows. Right? So it's like, I'm going to put y'all out there with your shit and get a big following, have everybody loving y'all. Then when I get the TV show, right, they're going to think that they're getting your thoughts, when in reality, you're getting our producer's thoughts and what our network says this show is going to be about. You know what I'm saying? And they just become actors at that point. By no fault of their own, right? They're doing what... They got out there, they deal off their stand-up, and then, boom, they get the network deal, and that's where Chappelle was at, right? Yeah. So he was tired of, he wanted more the creativity, right? His creativity, not what the network
and
was
it
saying.
also, like, the whole Pixie sketch, too, where, like, they're laughing at it, his shit, like, they're like, oh, black people are like that. Like, and that made me like, yo, I felt like he's laughing. He's been laughed his whole life, and he never had a laugh like that, where it's like, whoa, this is...
Right.
The fuck?
Right. Yeah. It's not laughing with me, you're laughing at me.
Yeah.
You know? So, nah, man. And ever since then, he's done it on his own terms, right? Everything he do is going to be how he wants it done. And so, he turns down $50 million, of course, if somebody turns down, in this society, somebody turns down a $50 million contract, right? You've got to be crazy, right? The majority of people out here are out here for the dollar. Yeah. So, people hear that first and foremost. Oh, Dave lost his mind.
But they don't realize the work. Like that, they're paying him to do a certain type of job. It's like, yo, $50 million to rape your fucking cousin. I don't want that money to rape my fucking cousin. I know I'm going extreme with it, but he didn't take that money because of the circumstances of why. Well, and like, so is he's go ahead. Sorry.
Well, no, he's going to lose the creativity as well. Yeah. He knew he wasn't going to have the network wasn't going to take over the creativity, right? Like, so we bought you out. Now you're doing the skits that we say you're going to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like, Nah, man. See, he just stayed true to himself. In my opinion, that's just what I saw from,
I feel you.
from what I observed. They tried to smear him.
No, he definitely. Yeah, Dave's. I respect. Like, I put Dave in the Tupac category because if you watch Tupac interviews, it's like, yo, this guy. They made the East West Coast. I feel like because when you see interviews with him, like he was like, yo, we're not trying to do that.
Right.
They're just doing this to you, blah blah blah. And it's like, yo, Pac. Like I felt like I'm sorry, this is weird. This might be me because I took too much mushrooms in my life, but sometimes I feel like, well, what if Tupac was Jesus, like second coming of Jesus? What if he really was, and we fucking killed him? Just because he, like, when you look at him, his face just looks so the way he looks, he just looks prolific, and he just like his cheekbones, he just looks like fucking. Not trying to be all weird, but like
Yeah,
for real, Tupac looks like it's like yo he, and the way he like talks, like I admire him, dude. Like he's one of my like idols as a person. Like it's like yo fucking he's. Like him and Dave and like George Carlin and fucking I don't know.
I've heard alternate arguments for Tupac where he kind of fucked the black community, right? Like he came in as this mad, wild, angry young black man, right? Fired everybody up. And
fuck these,
thug life and this kind of that, but there was no plan, right? It was just I get it. He was killed before he could carry it out.
Yeah.
But it's almost, if you look at it from a different perspective, he could have been a plan.
There's also the people around him too, but I don't know.
Right.
I mean,
he could have been somebody that was just meant to rile up everybody, and when they figured he was at his peak, then kill him, and you could do it. The way he's so rowdy, right, and he's so fired up that when that type of death to the majority of people who are asleep looks normal, right?
Yeah.
But nobody gets killed on Vegas Strip after a Tyson fight, and nobody finds out, or nobody gets the, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just
that's like getting shot in Times Square,
right,
and being a celebrity,
right, and it's like no way, man, like that shit just don't happen. So. But no. What was the other? You said you want to ask me a couple of things.
Oh, I was gonna ask you, do you like anime and shit or what?
I fuck with it. I don't really watch it too often. I don't like have anything against it, but I did. Used to fuck with Initial D, which is a car anime. But they don't really. I haven't watched it in quite a while, but yeah, I used to fuck with that. That's kind of like the
Speed Racer
too. Yeah, Speed Racer for sure.
Yeah, all the monkeys.
That Initial D shit though, that shit was dope. There was drifting and all that shit. So yeah, I fuck with anime a little bit.
That's what I was gonna ask you. And do you like movies and shit, or are you in movies or what?
Yes, but I'm not the type of person you won't watch movies with. Like I'm an analytical person, so
that's fine.
I pick fucking movies apart.
Yeah,
and,
I'm very picky with movies.
I'm like, oh wait, hold on, man. This nigga hair, look at his hair change back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Like he got a jacket on. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, hold on, where was that? What?
Have you heard of Antebellum? This is the last part, and then we'll wrap this up.
Antebellum.
It's a movie came out. It's like on some Jordan Peele type shit, and it's like this. I'm breaking it down for you real quick. Spoilers. I don't give a fuck. So you can't tell. Janelle Monáe is the one that's playing the main character.
Yeah.
You wake up, you feel like she's like a slave chick. And you're like, oh shit, what's going on? Fuck, slave shit is happening. Fucking you're like, oh fuck this. And then she wakes up again, and she's like modern times, and she's like a pro-black like speaker person. It's like equality for gay, straight, everybody. Blah blah blah. Suck a dick. Who gives a fuck? And then she wakes up again, and like now she's like, it stays in the slave movie, the slave part the whole time, almost, and then you hear a cell phone ring. And you're like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Cell phone rings. Motherfucker goes outside, answers phone. Hey, how am I supposed to have a cell phone? Don't call me. Like, and then he goes back in, and then she's like, blah blah blah, and then it shows like how she got there. Like there's a conflict in the beginning. This white girl's like, "Oh, we like to. Oh, that's your daughter." Like just being all creepy in a video call, and then they basically kidnap her, take her to this place, and these white people. Antebellum is where they do the Civil War reenactments, and behind the Civil War reenactment place, like miles behind it, there's this like cult thing where like they try to be like treat life like it's still slave times and shit.
For real.
But then they end up getting caught up in fucking blah blah blah. She lives and they get away. Cops come. Blah blah blah. But it just made me fucking freaked out. Be like, oh, like I bet there's some real shit like that, like some real secret society ass shit. Like, I mean, look at their fucking kids on islands and shit, but Epstein and shit. So,
man,
yeah.
It's crazy, bro.
Sorry, it's the
no,
way to
you're
end the
good,
podcast.
I mean, you ain't even gotta like shit. You could talk about that. You could talk about certain religious establishments that it's been known to be going on for fucking
Yeah.
that shit's crazy, man. It's a wild world we live in.
All right, I'm running. Two more things by you.
Yeah.
Reptilians, yeah or no?
I've heard it. I'm not gonna discount anything.
Yeah.
I don't.
Do you believe in aliens? The White House has disclosed aliens. Do you fuck with that?
Yeah, because
I believe in
anything
aliens,
that is foreign to us is alien. Like anything we don't know is alien.
Do you feel like there's another dimension, and there's another version of you, and there's a version of you that didn't come today, or you came and you talked more, or whatever. But do you believe in that kind of thing?
So my belief of multiple dimensions is this,
theory,
right? Multiple
That's what it is. Multiverse theory.
multiverse, yeah.
It's just smaller saying.
My personal idea is that this, right? You as a person, when you look at yourself in the mirror, right? That's your version of you, right? And that's the only place that version of you exists. Is when you know yourself. Every other person that comes in contact with you has a different version of you. No doubt. There's no question against that, right? If you really understand that no one else sees you 24/7. Only you see you 24/7. So you know what you do when those people aren't around, right? So say you're only good to somebody to their face, right? But if behind their back but to announce to them you're doing bad shit, right? To them, you're this person. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, you know who you are, right? Like I'm not speaking on.
No, I know exactly what you're saying. You're speaking in general.
Yeah. So basically, again, the self that you know you to be is the only version of you that exists. Every other person in the world, even a mother, a father, son, daughter, wife, whatever, they have a different version of you. Why? Because they don't have the complete version.
They only got what they see.
Yep, only what they were experiencing, and you did so much other shit when you were not with those.
Yeah,
people.
they don't see the dad me. They don't see the blah 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 me. They don't see this me having a conversation with the person, being open to whatever thoughts and theories.
So there's
unless they listen to this podcast and blur
that's my idea of a multiverse. That's where I say yes. There's infinite versions of you.
Well, fuck, that's deep as fuck, dude. I felt like you thought about that shit before.
I have, man. I contemplate shit like this all the time. That's what's fun to me is just coming to realizations about shit and thinking about stuff, and when you start to realize that, then boom, like again, your decisions become different, right? Having shit and being better than the next person don't matter at that point, because it's like, yo, my decisions make me who I am and what I do, right? And that's it. And so I want the version that everybody else sees in me to match that I am, match the version that everybody else sees. Right? That's what you're supposed to do, right? And when you do it, you feel good about yourself. When you don't do it, your actions aren't in line with what you're trying, then you feel bad. And so you got a lot of people out here in depression because they're making decisions based upon what they think other people want, or based upon what they see other people doing on social media, right? Everybody shows the best of what they got on social media. Nobody shows the worst of what they got, right? So when you all constantly see everybody else's best and your life is fucked up, their life is fucked up too. They got bad shit too. They just happen to be posting the best of it, right? But when you're constantly in down and whatever, and everybody's been down this last year, it's just depression, man. It sucks, man. It's a sad place. So we come back. I'll come back, man.
Anytime, you should.
I appreciate you
it does.
having me on. It's been a blast, bro. And,
dude, I really appreciate you. Like, for real, like, I was gonna say one more thing. Have you ever seen Adjustment Bureau?
What is it?
That movie, Adjustment Bureau.
Oh, where
he has to stay. They try to keep him on his path.
Yes,
and
yes. I have. I've seen it once. I don't remember like the specifics of it.
It's about love.
I do remember the gist of the movie. Yeah.
But like, I feel like that's real too. So, like sometimes when you're about to take a left, like, you know what? Why do I? Something in me says, oh, why not take the next left? You know. I feel like that's cool. But it's like, wait, what if I was supposed to take that left? So then I'll come back and I'll go both ways. And like, I'm just taking longer to get home. Hey guys, I fucked up on the outro, but hey, follow V.O.C.A.B on Facebook, all the social media, SoundCloud, where his music is. Check out his YouTube video. I'll put the link in the bio. Thanks, guys. Peace. Come back.